Let's tee this one up. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
The offense set for a first down play. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. At the 35, he's loose. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
He'll ride his man on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Black Knights moving quickly to the line. On the option. Discards a man. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that triple option is exactly what it sounds like. You have the dive, the quarterback run, and the pitch. And the QB was a little bit confused what to do.
And you wondered if he would have had an opportunity to get that pitch off, but how are they going to get the... How about this? A fake. Looking left. Fires and picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum established.
He's going to go for a big one. He's got it. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Powers through. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
And the only offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
On the option, the pitch. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Daly. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Touchdown, Wildcats! How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And the only offense will take over. 1st and 10.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Here comes the option. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. DB's right up on the receivers.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Kentucky 14, Army 0.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. And the Black Knights will hustle to the line. They go to the ground. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. The option look. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, the offense is coming off the field. They didn't have enough yards to get that 1st down anyway, but by putting it on the ground, they killed any shot at maintaining this drive, and now their defense has to take over in a sudden change situation.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's loose. Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the 1st quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They're trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast, force the incompletion.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's looking downfield to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down. quarterback putting paper and plastic and sack.
And how about the speed on defense with that rush, getting to the QB so quickly? You're not expecting to get home on a screenplay like that, but, man, the old saying, speed kills, and you saw it right there.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Finds his man enough for the first. All kinds of running room. At the 20. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And I don't know how the offense was able to come up with that one, guys, but 4th and long, and they find a way. Everybody on defense had their eyes on the quarterback, but he was still able to just give his guy a chance, put it near his body. He makes a phenomenal effort and grab, and they keep the drive alive.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there,
fires into traffic, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40, past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Kentucky. What a great play by the defense, and paying it off with the interception return.
How about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick, and not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Kentucky 0, Army 0.
I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
He caught it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Wildcats trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Motion from the offense. Wide receiver's going to get a shot at it on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And if I'm a defense, I'm so excited because they know they can't run the football on me. They got to use a little bit of trickeration. They got to do something different because they know they can't man up and run it right at me. They know.
Touchdown, Kentucky!